friends, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today I want to talk about narcissists. I know that you're probably thinking like, oh no, not another video about narcissists. I'm so tired of hearing about narcissists. I am too. That's why I'm making this video, just to enlighten you on why we need to stop calling people narcissists. If a person has not been clinically diagnosed, that means by a professional, a provider, they actually have it in writing, they actually get a medication for it or whatever the case may be, but they're truly diagnosed with it, not by what you believe that a narcissist is or what you've heard a narcissist is, but truly gone and been professionally diagnosed with being a narcissist. For one, let me tell you, I've done some research about narcissism because I'm so sick of hearing it. It's like everybody's a narcissist. You get tired of hearing it, like everybody, but nobody really thinks about what a narcissist really is and the true meaning, like background of being a narcissist. When that term was created, it was known to be people are really selfish or people who believes that everything, like the world revolves around them basically. But they also said, if we did no research, they've also said that being a narcissist or true narcissists are rare, and it typically occurs in men. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring that back to what's going on now. So society has taken this word narcissist and they just blown it up so big, and now everybody's become a narcissist and nobody has clinical diagnoses, and they're accusing a bunch of women of being narcissists. But if they said that the term narcissist is a condition that happens mainly in men, then why are there so many female narcissists? And if it says that you need to be clinically diagnosed with it because it's very rare, then why do we have so many narcissists? I think honestly, sometimes we get a hold of a word and it sounds good and it's so easy to roll off our tongue, and it helps people to understand what we're trying to say by just saying, okay, yes, that's what it is. But imagine if somebody done that to you, and I'll bring that back to you in a moment, but imagine if you told a lie, whether it was intentional or not intentional, and someone says you're a liar, and you know that especially if it was unintentional, you know that you don't go around just lying to people and trying to be deceitful, but someone says that you're a deceitful person because you told this one lie, or they say you're a liar, don't believe nothing that he or she says because they're a liar. Or let's say you were late picking up your kid from school one day and someone says you're a bad parent and you should have CPS called on you. Like, that's what we're doing, I feel like, when we're grouping people, massive loads of people, into categories that they may not even fit in. Honestly, I believe, based off of all the different terms I've heard about narcissists and narcissism, narcissistic behavior, I honestly believe that we all have a touch of narcissism in our system. To somebody, we are a narcissist. You've probably been in a relationship where you were selfish. You've probably been in a relationship where you wanted everything to be about you. You've probably been in a relationship where you didn't know how to communicate well. So every time that, maybe that person came to you with something about themselves, like maybe their feelings or something, you turn the tables. That's what they say narcissists do. So would it be fair? Would you like to be called a narcissist? That's what I'm saying. Like, people have taken that term and they have rearranged it so much that it's almost like everybody is a narcissist. And I honestly think we just need to stop doing it because I think it affects us in more than one way. It affects us because people don't like to be called something that they're not. And it's very misleading if you're saying, well, if somebody cheated on you, they lied to you, they didn't care about you, or whatever the situation was. It's very unfair to say, oh, well, they're a narcissistic person if that's not truly the disease or truly, you know, the mental illness that they may have. It just may be that they just don't care about you. You know, that's okay. I mean, it sucks, yes. It hurts, yes. But maybe the truth is they just don't care. They don't love you. They don't want to be with you. They cheat on you because they don't care about themselves. They don't have respect for themselves, so they don't respect you. Or they feel like they cheated so many times and you constantly came back to them. So they lost respect for you. Like, I think that when we're slapping this band-aid of narcissists on people, which is not really a band-aid for them, like when they get that title, when you're calling somebody a narcissist, it really just diminishes their character. But for you, it's like slapping a band-aid on that. Like, I think a lot of people try to put up with people's behavior, like, oh, well, this person cheats, or they're all about themselves. They don't show me any respect and care. They're just not our narcissists. And sometimes I think people truly do. They use that to get sympathy from other people. You know, if you go and tell somebody that you're with a person that's narcissistic and they're showing narcissistic behaviors towards you, people 9 times out of 10 are going to feel sorry for you because they're going to think of, that person must be horrible. You must be a great person, and this person's out here treating you like crap. You know, and sometimes I think people breed off of that. They're like, oh, wow, like, I'm getting attention. You know, maybe it's attention they really want from their partner or their friends, but they're not getting it because they're in unhealthy relationships. But they kind of use it to their advantage. Like, okay, well, yeah, that person's a narcissist, and we don't really care to think about what's really going on in the situation. Why are you saying that this person's a narcissist? And has this person been diagnosed with narcissist or being a narcissist from a clinician or a therapist, a counselor? Have they? You know, like, we don't think about asking those questions. And I think for the most part, most of the people that accuses people of being a narcissist in the first place, they're going to say, yeah, they haven't been to the doctor for it, but I know that they're a narcissist. Okay, so boom, that's one of it. We know it's your assumption of that person. The second issue with accusing that person of being something that they may not be is that with slapping that band-aid on it, it makes you stay, or it makes you put up with their behaviors because you think, well, this person's treating me this kind of way, but I believe that they're a narcissist, and I don't expect anything more from them. And if you're telling them, like, yeah, you're a narcissist, you know, getting mad, like, you're just a narcissistic person, but you stay, you're teaching that person to treat you wrong, for one. And for two, they're not going to try to be any better because you've already labeled them as something horrible, but you're staying with them, you're staying in their life, so they don't see a need to change. And how's that helping you or them in the long run? And I think it's just dangerous it's dangerous when it comes to being in a relationship with people on whatever level you choose to be in a relationship with somebody, because you're not really paying attention to the issue. If a person's a cheater, why can't they just be a cheater? If a person's a liar, why can't they just be a liar? And why can't we just address those issues? If a person's selfish, address that. You're a selfish person, like, this is what you're doing, or this is what my experience is with you at this time. Instead of saying you're a narcissist, that's gonna be broad. You know, and it's kind of letting people off the hook too. For the moment, it's not helping them, but it's letting them off the hook because it's like, oh, well, you think I'm a narcissist. I don't care what you think about me, whatever. But maybe that person truly is selfish. Maybe that person truly does have a issue with being faithful. And if you don't say that that's what's going on with that person, that's what their issue is, or that's what their issue is as far as being in a relationship with you, or if they're a friend and they're making everything about them. That's all I care about, is about myself. I don't care about how you feel, what you think. It's all about me. If you don't tell that person that that's what they're doing, they don't have room to fix it. And just labeling them with being a narcissist is just covering up the mess that's really going on. It's just going to continue to grow because they're not being faced with, sometimes, well, all the time, I believe people just need to be hit with the truth. You know, if you're mistreating somebody, or if you're hurting somebody, whether it's on purpose or not, you need to know, because you need to, one, you want to be able to have the room to work on it. And two, you need to know how your friends or how your lover's feeling. Like you need to know. You can't just walk around thinking everything's fine. You know, you're never gonna improve. You're gonna continue to be negative and heartbreaking and whatever, and just like tearing people down. So I just think that we just need to lay off that word narcissist. I'm not saying you have to stop saying it. You can say what you want to say. I'm not here to control anybody. But I do think that it's not beneficial for yourself, and it's not beneficial for them. Again, it's not beneficial for you because you're not really letting them know what's going on, what it is, what's the problem that you're having with them. You're just grouping them into this group of a title, and you expect them to fix whatever's going on and to treat you better. But how can they if you're just saying you're a narcissist instead of, you know, pointing out what the issue is? And just to be honest, if somebody accuses you of being something that you're not, 9 chances out of 10, you're not going to listen. You're going to be like, forget that. I'm not that. You know, you're not going to want to be like, well, why do you think that about me? Why do you feel that way about me? You're not really going to care, especially if you don't really love the person anyway, like deeply love that person so much where you feel like you can't be without them. You're not going to be curious about why they think a certain way about you. So I just think that we should stay away from that word and just stop looking for words to say to people and just be straight up and honest. Whatever it is that a person's doing in your life, in your relationship, to you, around you, if you care, you want that person in your life, you want to be around that person, you need to speak up and call it for what it is. Stop using all these words that people are making up, and, you know, just tell people what it is. Just be honest. You know, if a person's mistreating you, say that. And stop saying that they're a narcissist if they have not been diagnosed with being a narcissist by a doctor, a provider, or somebody with the license to diagnose a person with narcissism. So I really hope that helped. I know I'm a little all over the place, but it's just something that I've just been thinking about, and I hear it so much. It's like I can't go through YouTube videos or talk to people without people bringing up somebody being a narcissist. Like, when did we all get PhDs and stuff, or, you know, be able to diagnose people with things, you know? Like, I don't know. I just think it's crazy, and I honestly think that we're just sweeping true issues under the rug, and that's why a lot of our relationships are failing, because we're trying to lump whatever a person's doing into like a big bowl of a name that we made up, whether we say that they're crazy, or we say that they're a narcissist, or we say that they're possessive, where we're not really explaining. We need to learn to explain ourselves. That's a part of communication. Communicate with people. Let them know, because sometimes people don't even know that they're acting a certain way. You just have to explain it, but be real enough to explain it and stop throwing titles onto people. I hope my video helped. I know it's a little all over the place, like I said, but I do hope it helped, and I do hope that you all, you know, understand where I'm coming from, and I would love to hear what your thoughts are. Please leave your comments below, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you again for watching my videos and for being supportive. And like always, I love to hear what you all have to say. I love to keep the conversation going, and shoot me some ideas that you want to talk about, or drop some comments below about what you think about today's video, and, you know, give some other people who's reading through the comments some of your own personal advice or your own thoughts, and as well as giving me some of your advice and your thoughts. So I really hope that you have a wonderful day. Thank you again for stopping in. Bye.